Hi, this next video shows you how to get started with sewing. I'm going to show you how to do an ordinary straight stitch, which is sewing two pieces of fabric together. I've chosen white fabric for this example so you can see it against the orange thread. Let's talk you through the bits and pieces here. First of all, on this throat plate you've got numbers which represent dimensions. Now with the needle in place there, if you place your fabric, the edge of your fabric, against where it says 5/8, and what that means is 5/8 of an inch, or in metric it's actually 1.5 centimetres. You've got 10 millimetres there, that will be 15 millimetres, which is 1.5 centimetres, and you've got 20 millimetres, which is 2 centimetres. For general sewing, when you're sewing a seam, which is sewing two pieces of fabric together, the general rule of thumb is that the distance from the edge of the fabric to where your stitching line is, seam allowance, is 1.5 centimetres. So if you use that as your guide, you'll have a nice even row of stitching. Okay, so you place your fabric in there and you have the ordinary general purpose foot already in place, using the lever at the back which brings your presser foot down, and that is ready to start sewing. I'm going to do a straight stitch. I'm going to explain how you start sewing. Always make sure that the stitch you want to do, so I've got double O, I've got the right presser foot, and I want to do a straight stitch. So my setting is 0, 0, so I don't do anything at all because that's the factory general setting. Okay? Now, I mentioned this earlier, the tortoise and the hare, these are the speed control. Please do not ever change this for someone else if they are sewing. It is your responsibility at the sewing machine to control the speed that you're safe with and comfortable with. Do not change it, don't go past anybody and change it to the fast speed, because that is very dangerous. Okay, so that's the speed I'm going to go for the moment. I'm going to show you all the other speeds you can do. We're going to start off with pressing that's your stop and start. There we go. As you can see, it's quite slow. When you start sewing, you need to reverse after a couple of stitches. The reason you do that is you want to lock those stitches in at the beginning so they don't come undone, and you'll need to do that at the end as well. So I'm going to press go again, and that's that speed there. Alternatively, you've got a magic button on this machine. If I move you over here, there's that button there, and that will automatically do your reverse stitch for you. So I'm going to press that now. This is how it works. There you go. Just goes back 3 stitches and it carries on. So that's quite handy, getting in the habit of doing that. That'd be really cool. Okay, so that's that slow speed. As you get more confident using this machine, you can go faster. And I suggest you don't look, I'm just going to stop it for a moment, don't look at your needle, look at the edge of your fabric against that guideline. Then you know that's always going to be in line with it. This is how fast it can go. I'm going to stop it there. You only use that if you're really, really confident, and I would not suggest you do that straight away. So that's to show you how to do the straight stitch. To release the fabric from the machine, you lift up your presser foot. Using that button there, lifts the needle up, and you pull. And you use your scissors to cut the fabric. Sorry, cut the thread from your fabric. There you go. And that's a straight stitch. Nice and even. If you look at the gap there, it's even because you're following the guidelines on the machine.